Today we are going to explore the Beaumar Hall Antiques and Collectibles that is located in Wells, Maine. And if you hear any purring in the background, that is my kitty cat Lucy, who's very happy that we are home. So she is helping me with this voiceover. I did talk to you during the shopping trip, but I knew I was going to eventually have to do a voiceover because the music was super loud in certain places. So voiceover it is. This reminded me of a tree topper that I have that belonged to my mom when she was first married. The total same face, but hers is not musical, obviously, because it's a tree topper, and I still use it on my Christmas tree each year. They had all these packages of birds. They were marked made in China. And then look at this giant, well, it's not a giant, it's more long. Look at this very long blow mold. Thought that was neat. And then I realized, wait, there's a ton of blow molds over here. But first we're going to stop and look at the Christmas stuff. I thought this was very, very cute. I didn't think I saw a date on it, but it did have the original price tags. That was always fun. I wasn't sure what to expect from this antique mall. A lot of the places around Wells close at 4 or 5 o'clock, and we were coming into town around 1, and we had just gone to the cat shelter store, and 100% of their proceeds go to help their cats. Just wanted to add that. And then the next stop we had was this place. And we are looking forward to going back to that same area next time we go to Maine and explore some more antique malls and thrift stores that we just haven't had a chance to, because usually we will spend the night. Look how cute this is. Look how cute these little things are. I see quite a few of those. Usually we drive up and stay in Wells, and then we only have a few more hours to where our house is, and we usually like to get up and get going. Look at all these blow molds. Wow. We usually like to get up early so we can get up to the house, and everything opens at 10. So this time we made a point of leaving early from the house so we could come down here and do some shopping. And then here's another cardboard cutout. And then we're going to start going down the aisles. They had a lot of wall pockets here. And I promise I am going to show you my wall pocket collection. I might make it into a short. They had lots of wall pockets in this little booth. This, I was like, that looks like Cordy. And it turns out it was. I wanted to make sure nothing was attached, like her hat wasn't going to fall off. And it is marked there on the right, C-O-R-D-E-Y or D-Y. And those, I believe, are from the 40s, if I am not telling tales out of school. Isn't this pretty? I was attracted to this because I thought it was super pretty with the pink, but then the bottom was kind of throwing me off. I thought, well, this looks like Fenton. What is this? And then it wasn't until I got home that I realized that the bottom had broken and someone had fixed it with that clear ruffled base. And I thought that was so pretty, and that was the first thing I brought up to the desk to make a little pile. Here are some more wall pockets. This one was super cute. It looked like a cuckoo clock. Hi, Lucy. It even had the little things that you wind the clock with. And I really like the two bird, not the duck, but those. I really like that one. I was tempted to get it for myself, but I thought, no, I have a collection, and it's like the collection, how am I getting, it's kind of an accidental collection. I thought that one was super pretty too. I've gotten them in box lots, so that's why they're included in something. So that is how I've gotten my accidental on purpose wall pocket collection. Look at those boots. So that booth with the blow molds went on for a long time. I liked how they had these set up. Here was another wall pocket. I don't have this one. I thought that was pretty. I liked how they were little tables, so it was easy to reach in if there was anything by your feet. It was easy to see everything. And it was obvious where each one started and stopped. And the prices were reasonable. Nothing too crazy and nothing dirt cheap. It was kind of right in the middle. I do find some things. So that first thing I found was the vase. Despite it being a repair, I think it's super pretty. And it kind of makes it one of a kind because it has that clear base, and what a great idea how to fix it. Here's an pulley. Look at the stem. Look at that. Isn't that neat? I'd never seen that before. And then I'm moving these out of the way to get to the back so you can see this one. I thought that was pretty, and that had a stopper in it. Isn't that beautiful? Look at, see, I'm pointing out the stopper to you. Put that back. I wonder if any of you who live in Maine have ever been here, and if there's some places that you can recommend. I know that I've been told to go, and I have been, the Fairfield, I think it's Fairfield. It's the largest antique mall in Maine. Jenny and I did go to that one. But if there's any places in the, oh, those were some witch balls. If there's any places in the Wells area that you can recommend, I would love to read your recommendations so we know where to go next time we're in Maine. This reminds me of River. She is a viewer of mine, and she likes these Fenton shoes, so I was checking out the prices of the Fenton shoes, and I thought that was really cute. I felt that was a hobbyist piece, but very well done. And then this was a cute little dog made out of found objects. And these were some elephants. They were probably most likely made in Thailand. All right, we're going to keep walking down. We're just going to go down every single aisle. This is actually going to be a two-part because I was in there so long. Jimmy's like, why don't you just make it two parts? So I thought that's a great idea. So you will get part 2 of this video tomorrow. I didn't, oh, look at this. Isn't this pretty? I thought that was very, very pretty. And I thought, you know what? Even if this is from the Dollar Tree or Five Below, I think it's super pretty, and it turns out it actually is not. I Google Lensed this when I got home, and it is, I think it was made in Thailand. So it does have some age to it, and if I'm correct, so I'm glad I picked that up. I really like the color of that seashell. Then back here on this shelf here, I'm gonna pan over. What am I showing you? I think I'm just showing you the booth. Maybe we're slowly, I thought I saw some more things on that shelf. I think we'll come back to that. Oh, this little puppy dog was super cute. Another hobbyist piece. That was $9.99. Had a little chip under the bottom, but I think it was fine. It was forgivable. And then they had some jewelry. I wasn't quite sure what this was at first, but I think it was a fish that was looking at you. It was a shame that the music was so loud because I did a really good job of talking to you the whole time. These, I was looking for the name Jerry's on the back, and I think one of them actually was a Jerry's pin. They're very cute, the Jerry's brand of pins. I take my seashell with me. I thought that was so pretty. I still think it is very pretty. And I think that's it for that booth. Jimmy and Jenny are out in the car waiting for me. Jimmy will eventually come in. But anyway, yes, so this will be a 2 parts. Part 1 is today and part 2 is tomorrow. I did not put out any videos while we were up in Maine working on the house. I only put out 1, and that was weird because I'm used to always like, okay, I need a video. So I'm going to be putting out some extra videos to make up for last week. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else here, but I want you to have a chance to look as well. Hopefully I didn't miss anything too spectacular. See how it's kind of fun to look through everything? This was a pretty little dish with the little feet that I forget what that's called when they pull the glass like that. I want to say frit, but frit is wrong. Frit is that stuff that they roll the glass in. And I thought that little figurine was cute. I go back, this thing. This was super cool. This was a cat diorama. I think that's what they called it. It's between 2 pieces of glass which is kind of scary if you were going to ship this. But look at that cat. Isn't that neat? I took a picture of that and sent it to Kate. That was super cool, but there was no way I was going to ship that. It was so neat, though. It was 2 domed pieces of glass. Then someone had a whole bunch of Wade Whimsies. This was a great deal, I thought. You got all of those for $4.50. I usually sell Wades on eBay for $3 a piece. And here you were getting a whole bag for a little bit over the cost of one. So I was looking for Wades that I hadn't seen before, that were unusual or multicolored, but for the most part these are ones that I have seen and sold in the past. So even though this I thought was a great deal for resellers or especially collectors, I just didn't see anything that stood out to me. This was a glass bell. It was super pretty, but the music is too loud, so I didn't even try practicing, trying to ring it. Because the music was loud in this area. Here was a really pretty Ellie Smith blue glass, and that was very pretty. A Delphite blue. It reminded me of Bristol glass. And I always said that if I was going to collect any type of Ellie Smith glass, it would be that blue. It's so pretty. And then there was another Bride's Bowl. We had just seen a Bride's Bowl at the cat shelter store. That would obviously look to me like Bristol glass, and I'm kind of zooming in there. It says blue hand painted USA. That really looks like Bristol glass to me, but I could be wrong. And then that was a piece of Viking glass in the back. And then there was a little puppy dog that was stuck back in the corner. Here's the shelf I was talking about earlier, but I could see a noticeable crack in that puppy dog, so I didn't even reach out and get it. This was very sweet. It was a face egg cup, $15. If it was a little bit less, I would have gotten it, but that's super cute. I don't blame them for pricing it at $15. That's what I would sell it for. And then here they had a pair of Made in Japan cats. You got both of them, I think, for $24. They were very shiny. And the thing that caught my eye were these sponge holders. It said local pottery. They had them as napkin holders, but I'm pretty sure that this is a sponge holder. You, of course, obviously could have it hold all sorts of stuff. So there's one with a maple leaf and one with a ginkgo leaf, and I thought those would do well on Whatnot. So I'm going to sell those on Whatnot, my show tomorrow on Tuesday. I have shows every Tuesday and Friday on Whatnot at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard. So if you see anything from this video, it might be over there. I do preload my shows, so when you go on the app, you can go to my page and then you click the little house and then you can see all my listings of what I do. And then the last thing I wanted to show you were those 3 little gentlemen. Right, we're going to move on to another booth. I hope you're enjoying exploring this antique mall with me. I sure had fun. It's always fun going to a new place that you've never, ever been before, so everything looks so new to you. I thought, oh, look how cute these little globes are. But it turns out those were salt and pepper shakers. They're little plastic globe salt and pepper shakers, I think from the World's Fair, or they were marked Washington, D.C. Something like that, but they were very cute. And then here were some ornaments that were styled to look like Kugel ornaments. Those are German style ornaments that have a heavy top like those, but they were not the vintage ones. And then here were some salt and pepper shakers here. I am having a salt and pepper shaker sale. I am. It will definitely be on Whatnot. There was another shoe. Definitely be on Whatnot. I have not decided when that will be, but it will be a standalone salt and pepper shaker sale. So I was actively still looking to see if there were any salt and pepper shakers that I could add to that show. Maybe the show will be in December, maybe, since November is fast ending. Look how cute this is. That is a great idea too. I was just selling a globe on Whatnot, and I thought that is a great idea to put Santa and the sleigh on top. I thought that was very, very clever. Very excited, as you can tell. This was a very cute booth. I like this booth. I like how they had it set up. The salt and pepper shakers averaged around $8 to $15. depending on the set. There was an Anna Lee. I thought that went very well with this Halloween little corner of the booth. And then up here was this very cute little bejeweled coin. I think it's a coin bank. Yeah. Or it might have just been a figurine. I'm not sure. Still is cute though. And then look, here is another little assemblage that they took a moose and then they added Christmas decorations to it. And then this orange bottle caught my eye because the price wasn't very high. And I was thinking, is this Blanco? And it had the stopper. Jimmy came around here and then he helped me put that back. He came into the store, so now he is hanging out with me. There were all these little copper dishes. Thought those were pretty neat. And let's see. I'm trying to think before I pick something out what I found here. But oh, this was interesting too. That was $6 or $6.50. You want this big piece of candy? No. Here, put your hand out. Jimmy's always had a sweet tooth, and I think he always will. And that was marked at 13. They had nice little crackle glass face ewers there, and then Jimmy found this. He loves anything cowboy, and then I pointed out to him that it was contemporary. He's like, oh, but he does like cowboy things. That's why he was kind of gravitated towards that. Giving you a look at the shelves as well. I thought this was neat that it was still in its original packaging. And that blue dish, of course, caught my eye. I thought that was very pretty. Isn't that cute how they covered up the shelves with black and white paper? The little corgi. Jenny likes corgis, so that reminded me of her. And then I was like, Jimmy, who's that? He said he wasn't quite sure. We thought it was a minor league player from a minor league baseball team. These were Hawaiian. You could tell right away, but even before I picked them up, they have that brown flower on them. And they were just little Christmas angels. I thought were very sweet. A little boy and a little girl. I've seen recently the mugs of this Hawaiian line of dishware at a in-person auction. And then this giraffe, I think, was a hobbyist piece, but it was a planter. So bike stand. I was asking Jimmy if he needed a bike stand. He rides bike a lot. And then look at these. These are hobbyist pieces, and these were huge. And they were all of them, or no, separate. They were $10 a piece. Look how big they were. Oh, that's a great deal. And let's see. Oh, Alaska Atlas. You go old school. If you don't have your GPS, you could look up Alaska on the map. And then over on this side was a little bit more crowded. But that's always fun to look through crowded shelves because you never know what you'll find. And then a lot of the booths were having a sale. I was checking out that decanter. There was that amber decanter. I didn't get really close. And I was telling Jimmy how it had the stopper. That would be worth a lot. But they're kind of a pain to ship because they barely fit into 16, 12, 8 boxes. That's the largest box that I use. And I have sold those in the past with the stoppers. And you kind of say a little prayer. Because after you bubble wrap them all, they barely fit, at least for me, in the 16, 12, 8 box. These are fun to pick up if the price is right. They're little ashtrays. They usually have little sayings on them. Sometimes they're kind of like clutch your pearl sayings on there. That one was very sweet. I've picked those up in the past. Usually in auction lots, they're bundled together. And then these were egg cups that they said English egg cups. And they were teeny weeny. They're like quail size eggs. I was a little bit surprised that they called them egg cups. I thought they were more votive holders. And then this was a sweet little booth that had a lot of Christmas out. They were ready for the holiday season. And then look at the packaging. The name of the booth is on this packaging, and I will show it here when we look at this little display to the right of me. Had a devil on it. Isn't that cute? the packaging on this little booth was very, very attractive. Punk Pugsley is the name of this booth, and they had little things packaged up like this. So this makes it very attractive, at least for me. And then look, they even put a little that on there, the devil fork. It was very attractive to me how they had it packaged. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh, they have them in packages. What's in the packages? And then with the vintage signage imagery on it, I thought was very, very well done. So good job. It definitely made us stay and hang out and check out what they had for sale. And then I was telling Jimmy how some people collect these Scotch tape tins for Christmas time because they have the plaid on them, and then it's kind of Christmassy. He thought that was interesting. And then they had a whole bunch of trolls, and I know some trolls sell well if they're a certain age, but I don't really know much about them. So I was just enjoying looking at the packaging that they had in this booth. Isn't it very cute? And then look, another assemblage. I was inspired. I was so inspired that I won some spice tins at an online auction today. I knocked these over, but it's okay. I saved them. Like vintage spice tins. And I'm going to try and make Christmas assemblages on them because I was inspired by the trip to this store when I saw some. I think I'll show you some. Look at this lady head vase. It was a hobbyist piece. She needed some eyelashes. She was okay. She was a little scary. Someone did a really good job of painting her, but I think she definitely needed some eyelashes. I don't know if it'll be today's video or tomorrow's video that there is a little spice tin that has an assemblage on it, and I am very excited to try to make some. I thought that this was going to be something else, and it turned out I think it was BBP pottery. I was a little surprised. She was neat. I did like her, but she definitely needs something around those eyes because her eyes were a little dead looking. A little dead looking. That whole booth was 50% off. Let's see what else is here. I see a little Fenton. Some hens on nest. There's the Fenton. Those always remind me of ice cream cones because they're all ruffly. And then this booth here had, look at that vintage Pyrex. Definitely probably a special pattern. The price reflected that it was a special pattern. It was pretty pricey. Sometimes they were promotional patterns or hostess patterns or something like that. And then look at this giant Jim Shore. Isn't that nice? Oh, those were cute. They were little ostrich figurines or shakers. I don't remember now. And then over here were some clocks. And then they had some ladies. I thought that clock was cute. And then here are some lady figurines. This booth had a lot of nice stuff. This was a napkin holder that was $20. I've picked up just the trivets. And then this was a resin fox. That was interesting. That was $8. And then the back there, of course, the swung glass base caught my eye. I think they had 40 some on that. And then next to it was a very MCM cat, but it was heavy. It was made out of stone. Made in Philippines or Thailand. I'm sorry, I do it so fast. But that was heavy. That was almost the weight of a real cat. And then in the back there's I'm pointing out the dog and the blue glass. That was very sweet with the little kitty cat with the polka dots on it. And then I spied the owl. So I gave the camera to Jimmy, and then I realized that there was stuff around my feet that I needed something to hold on to so I could lean over to try to get to it. I was making Jimmy nervous. But I knew the weight of these. I knew that I would be able to lift it up with one hand as soon as I had something to hold on to. I was turning it around hoping the price was on the back, but it was not. It was on the bottom. So I did it. Don't worry, nothing happens to the owl. It was marked 50. It was did have a sale. So with the sale, it was going to be about $40, which is what I would sell it for. So it was a great price point for a collector. So neat. Look at it. Let's just admire it. And then I needed to put it back. Are you still filming?
What? Yeah.
Your arms are longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not very heavy. Okay. I just will leave the vases there. Makes me nervous. And then there was something over here. Oh, these little hand-painted monster jadeite salt and pepper shaker. Are they for both of them? This one's 18. That's very sweet. These are neat too. Good job, Jimmy. Good job. All right, that ends part 1 of this shopping trip. As promised, part 2 will be here tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave you with some footage from our trip to Maine and some sounds of the beach. I hope you're having a great day. Take care, and I'll see ya.